How do you think you're playing this far this year?
Pretty good. I feel like really the first part of the season, I was trying to focus on my body, recovering well from the surgery. And, when you get that kind of surgery, you get a little bit of scar tissue. So just handling that week to week, I feel like it's gotten better as the year's gone on. So that's really it. I'm just trying to feel good game and not tear my groins again.
So that was an adjustment period for you getting.
Yeah, just trying to get. When you have the surgery, you have a little bit of breakup every now and then. From some of that stuff. So pretty normal.
Have you learned how to kind of deal with getting over injuries and surgeries at this point?
Yeah, when they don't affect you as much as some as they did in the past, I feel like this is a lot more manageable than probably what my ankle was. So, as far as dealing with that compared to this, it's really night and day. So, yeah, really, I've gotten to where I'm not thinking about it much, and it just goes to the work we put in, rehabbing and all that.
Was anything unexpected when you were going through that, or is it?
No, not unexpected. Just you don't really know it until you go through it. So, Kels had a similar surgery earlier in his career, and I feel like the year after he was kind of going through some stuff with it breaking up. So, but just one of those things, you manage it, and then you start feeling better.
In the game on Sunday, there was a play where you were chasing Aaron Donald back to the middle. Yeah. How unique was that play?
Usually on those stunts right there, he'll kind of pause and he'll wrap and go around and kind of try to get a double team on Kels and Sua and then wrap around. So I feel like I was just extra on that play. I think it's the first time I've ever done that, but yeah, I was just like, don't let him whip around and go through the hole and kill somebody.
It's like almost desperation.
I feel like we had a good game plan, but they're so good at him wrapping around because they know a lot of times that we're sliding to him, so they're really good at, delaying the stunts, and then he'll whip around real quick, and it happens so fast that, you got to be ready for it.
Is that a point right after you're watching that back? Because I got to imagine there aren't that many linemen in the league.
Yeah, it's just one of those plays, usually if I feel guys there with me, I'll kind of stop, but I just felt like there's an open gap, so I just really instinct just try to run him by because I've seen on film him rapping and looping and doing some bad things to the quarterback. So that was really what I was thinking on that.
Well, second year, you guys have gotten off to a 5-0 start. I know last year was 8-0. But what are some some maybe differences between this year's start and versus last year?
I just feel like obviously we got some work to do in the red zone. I feel like the games are a lot closer than what they need to be. I feel like we've, had lots of opportunities to score in the red zone and haven't really done that effectively yet. But that's something we got to work on. So, you have those good drives and then instead of 3, let's get 6 and possibly 7 or 8. So that's really it. But, yeah, looking forward, man. The Jets, they have a really good D-line. So when you look across the league, just the talent they have, John Franklin Myers, Quentin Williams, Jermaine Johnson, Huff, all those guys do a good job of rushing the passer and creating pressure.
Is there anything you can put a finger on as to why the red zone issues are what they are?
I don't know if we're so used to getting big chunks and then, we have that aspect of the field taken away. So short, I don't know if it's route adjustments or what it is, but it's frustrating, because I felt like multiple games, Tampa, a few others, we've had the ability to not make the games as close as they have been. And so that's really kind of our biggest issue right now that we're looking to fix.
How do you think Sua's held up having to come in game and then he's got to deal with Aaron Donald?
Yeah, man, Sua's been playing really well. Stout's on him quite a bit. But, yeah, going into a game, first start, Aaron Donald, really the year. So, yeah, big task. But I feel like our game plan was effective. I feel like Sua played with great balance, and he's so strong. You see some of the stuff he does in the run game. Very strong guy. So, for us, when you get a young guy in there or somebody new, it's all about communicating. I feel like last week was really loud, so kind of affected a little bit. But, anytime you're playing away, communication's key.
What's it been like watching Sua grow over the last 4 or 5 years?
Yeah, it's been impressive. I feel like he's always had the physical traits, and then now as he's gotten older, like he, identifies, the film a lot better, games and just picking that up. So I feel like his, football IQ has gone up, so probably less thinking and more, reacting as he's gotten older.
Dave, they said he's on the cusp of setting the franchise regular season consecutive games record this weekend. What has stood out to you about his ability, his longevity at his position?
Yeah, he's just, tough as a shovel, just a tough dude. Yeah, I mean, I've seen him, elbows, braces, knee braces. He's been nicked up, quite a bit throughout his career, but, I just think that how he takes care of his body and things like that is really why he's, played so well so long, longevity, and, yeah, I think a lot of it just goes down to his demeanor. He doesn't want to miss time or put it back up in and have that affect the team. So I feel like he really takes that to heart.
Nick mentioned the other day about how players hold each other accountable, obviously, as a positive. As one of the veteran leaders on this team, how important is that to your guys' success to hold each other accountable, and how careful do you have to be that it doesn't get construed as finger pointing?
Yeah, I mean, I feel like we do a good job of just, how we break down film. Usually on every play, you have a number up there, whoever has a missed assignment. So, and if a coach makes a bad call, then they put the coach's name up there. So I feel like just kind of how that started and how we conduct things. I feel like it's pretty easy to take coaching. I don't feel like any of our guys get offended, or if they have, then they learn to take coaching and not be kind of aggressive. And I feel like that sends a good message when you can take coaching. Doesn't matter who you are, what player you are. I feel like it sets a good example for the team. So that really started, when Nick kind of got here.
Lane, when it comes to
Before each Monday about mental health. How are you doing? How are you holding up this year?
Good. Yeah, I feel good. You're not battling two significant injuries. Offense is rolling. We got some stuff we can improve on, but yeah, just as far as clarity, I feel good. And really, like I said, as I've gotten older in my career, I just try to enjoy the chaos more, maybe than what I had, when I was younger. So just trying to enjoy my time with Fletch and BG, Kels, all the guys that have been here for a long time, and bring the young guys along.
when it comes to in-game adjustments, how much does the continuity and having been with these guys for so long help?
Yeah, it helps a lot. I mean, a lot of what we do, obviously you can see the stuff we do on the sideline, but usually after every series we meet up on the bench and go through the iPad, the looks that they're presenting us. So, you have a game plan all week, and then sometimes they might show up in something different. So I really feel like adjustments are a bigger part of, why we're so successful. Kelsey's so good at it, diagnosing. Players are good at communicating kind of after every series and making adjustments. So it's better to do that than give time and do it at halftime. If you can make it, after every series, it's very beneficial to you.
Do you feel like the more that you've opened up publicly, have you found that more guys around the league are reaching out to you and just kind of?
Yeah, I just feel like maybe more people in general, especially the younger group of guys, I feel like communication is a lot better. So, yeah, I just feel like guys are getting help, and it's making them better, football players, making them better people